I think Putin looks at Trump as a person without a lot of historical knowledge about the world and what makes things important. Putin looks at history, and it is very important. He says he reads history books. He justified Ukraine with an historical treatise that was gigantic, and it went back, thousands of years. So they're fundamentally looking at the world in different ways. Trump is much more simplistic, and not to say that, Putin is an intellectual, but he's a smart man. He really is a smart person. And so with the KGB training, I think he is doing everything to manipulate Trump. And, sending the portrait back with Witkoff. Oh, how lovely, portrait of the president. He knew that would go over well. He says things, but he's always very careful. He lets other people, like the former President Medvedev, say all the nasty, weird, crazy stuff. It's all manipulation. And that said, the American president has a much bigger economy, has a much bigger army with NATO, and is much more powerful. So Putin will play it as long as he can. And, we'll have to see. I honestly don't know where we're going with Ukraine, but it is fascinating. I'll just add one other thing that I was thinking about. When you look at the game that they're playing, Peter, I think we have to remember that each person has a domestic audience that they also are playing to. So Trump, there's no question. We know about his domestic audience and MAGA, et cetera. Putin, the Kremlin does a lot of polling. The Kremlin actually is interested in what people are saying. So Putin can't look like a weakling who is influenced by the American president. So he's got a kind of a more complicated game. He has to look strong to his own people, but he can't overplay his hand, although he does and will overplay his hand with the American president.